Now don't worry, there won't be any spoilers in this video. I'll only reveal what's already been revealed in the trailers. This is just to give my first impressions and opinions just after watching the film literally like an hour ago. So overall, this was a good movie. Not amazingly great, however not incredibly awful. It was just a fun, action-packed film with nothing more than that really. The visuals were very nice to look at. The CGI was really good. There was this like snake that came in at one point. It looked real, and I was actually quite impressed considering the CGI I've seen recently. It was very refreshing to see, to say the least. Some of it was kind of questionable though, but it was generally nice to look at. The soundtrack, whilst being quite distracting at times, like some I was just listening to music instead of the dialogue. I don't know whether that's just me being a musician and me appreciating music now, but anyway, yeah, it was amazing as always. Got to thank John Williams for that, of course. The acting was the same as it's always been in the sequels, honestly. Like, what's her name? Ray. I forgot the actor's name. Yeah. Like even the good actors in the originals weren't doing their best. It's like, yeah. And the writing was by far the worst part of this movie. It was, especially towards the end, it got very like random and quite comedic at times when it was supposed to be sad. Like, I'm not allowed to spoil anything, but like, I think it was probably confusing itself at times. However, I did find myself enjoying this film a lot more than the first two films of the sequel trilogy, probably because the last one's rather just boring or annoying, but it wasn't even as good as Rogue One, which is my favourite Star Wars film of the new phase, if you couldn't gather that already, let alone the holy trilogy that seemingly can't be beaten by anything at this point. Now, this is entirely my opinion, of course, and you lot could have an entirely different experience than I had. Overall, I'd say it's a good film for any long-time Star Wars fan as well as new ones, as it does have quite a bit of fan service. There's, for example, I think I can say this, yeah, Palpatine's in it. It was in the trailer. You could hear his voice in the trailer. That's not a spoiler, I swear. But yeah, Palpatine's in it, and it was clearly just fan service. He was written, yeah. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, Yoda was in it. You could hear like Obi-Wan's voice in the background at one point. There was a lot of fan service, but what do you expect? It's a Star Wars sequel. If there isn't any fan service, then may as well just go for a new franchise entirely. But that's like one of the things I would say is how much more interesting it would be if it was set in the like really far future, where none of the original characters are in it, and it's just new characters, and instead of saying, oh yeah, my mother was in this fight, my grandfather was in it, they'll be saying like, oh, my ancestors were in this, and I'm gonna finish what they started or whatever, rather than just what he started. And it's just like, I feel like all the films, all the prequels, and the prequels, I am gonna say the prequels actually made Anakin quite interesting, despite the incredible acting. They made Anakin an interesting character, I won't deny that. But the sequels, what are they adding, really? It would be a lot better, in my opinion, if it was like a post-apocalyptic thing, or a post-Grand War. I mean, it technically is that, but I feel like the prequels, the original trilogy, and the sequels are all close together. Mini rant over. I just thought that'd be a cool idea. And apparently there was a lot of one-liners and catchphrases. I think I counted like 18 like one-liner references. For example, oh wait, no, that's a spoiler. I can't say that one. Yeah, there was a James Bond reference, saying like, yeah, you could probably guess that. There was also a like Endgame. I don't know whether these are intentional or not, but Jesus Christ, they were so similar, and they were clearly there to say, oh yeah, we're gonna add a very nice quote to this. Everyone's gonna remember this. It's gonna be amazing. And it would have been alright, because there was like a motif of some of them, and there was like 5 of them being repeated throughout the entire bloody movie. And it was just, Jesus Christ, do we need that many? I'm not gonna lie, like one of them does give me chills every now and then. It's just like when it's referenced at the start of the film and then at the end they repeat it. That's good. But when you have 5 different catchphrases going on and on and on throughout the entire bloody thing, it's like, Jesus Christ, just pick one. But yeah, like, I don't know why I'm going on about this, because you don't have a clue what I'm going on about if you haven't actually seen this and you're just watching this video for a insight as to what the film would be like and whether you want to see it yourself. But I found myself genuinely into the film in the latter half. The beginning was quite slow. Apparently some critics say it was all in the beginning. I was like, it was a decent movie. It was good. I'd recommend it, but don't have amazingly high expectations. Like you have it anyway, you'll probably have the lowest expectation. That's probably why I enjoyed this one more, because I had low expectations. But anyway, if you'd like a more in-depth review of this, talking about spoilers, actual spoilers, and just more of my opinion and experiences, then be sure to subscribe to this channel. This is actually the first ever video I've uploaded on here, and I've been wanting to do like reviews and analysis videos for ages now. I just haven't really had the motivation or time, but now I do, and I want to do it on this channel and potentially with a second host as well. So if you want more of this and another Star Wars video that I'm making, be sure to subscribe. And I don't want to sound like an absolute scumbag. I've literally never said this before, but if you haven't come from my main channel already, then be sure to check it out if you like remixes, covers, and just music in general. It's just the thing is, I'm getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, and you know what that means after 1,000 subscribers? It means I am finally monetized, and it'd be greatly appreciated if you could help me with that goal. The link will be in the end card in the description, and anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Farewell.